Hey everyone, I'm back. I'm in the sun, even though it's 20 degrees out. And I just wanted to chat a little bit today about keeping it simple. um, as you know, if you've been following along with me, I'm going through a big life change, and in about 10 days, I'm leaving the country. Currently live in America, and I'm leaving the country for an indefinite amount of time. And right now I'm living in a apartment that is not mine. I'm dog sitting. I'm very grateful I had this opportunity to dog sit for a little over a month, living rent free, just taking care of puppies, while I prepare for my next venture. And it's been interesting because I had to adopt a new routine and like a very routine for this month very quickly because I am working 2 jobs and I have two dogs to take care of, and they are routined. And about a week in, I got sick. So all last week I was sick. I posted a couple videos of like right before I got sick and then one right after. And now I'm just a bit like congested up here and have a cough in the morning. But I'm better for the most part. I mean, I look a lot better than I did. And I feel a lot better than I did last week at this time. And it's interesting because being sick can be so disorienting because you're just sitting around. I mean, I had the flu, so I was just kind of like laying around. I was sitting on this chair right here, just like watching astrology lectures on YouTube, and I watched like a Netflix show and, mindless stuff. Because even though like my mind was still running, I couldn't really attach it to anything because I just didn't have the mental energy to. And being someone who loves mental stimulation, I mean, we all we're in a big stimulating society now, but I love being academically and mentally challenged always. Like mentally challenged as in intellectually challenged. I like to intellectually spar, if that makes sense. And I like to be thinking. I like to think critically. I like to learn. Anyway, when I'm sick, can't really do those things. And coming out of sickness, like I had a little bit of a routine still with the dogs. I still had to take them out. But now I'm coming back and it's like re-entering life again. And it's strange. And this could apply to anything. This could apply to like a post-move. This could apply to, changing jobs or changing locations or after vacation, things like that. I'm just applying it to being sick and then being after sick or being healthy again. Words. And it's like I'm re-entering life and I'm just like, who am I? Like, what is my morning routine now? How do I even read? I feel like a baby in the world again. And I think that my bangs are so wonky. I think I'm starting to get back into being in my body and like feeling whole again. And I owe it to just taking things simply and being really simple with everything. And honestly, for any type of reset, like even if you just wanted to reset after a weekend, doing things simply is how you're going to get there. So for example, before my sickness, my flu, I was working out every day. I was like trying to get in like a strength workout or yoga or like Pilates, try to do something every day after work. And since being sick, I'm still feeling fatigued, but like I want to move my body and I have a lot more energy now. A lot more energy that I did when I was sick, but I'm still kind of fatigued and it's cold. But I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna do one simple thing. Like we're just not gonna work out. We're not gonna scroll through YouTube looking for workouts or trying to figure out something, because I don't have a gym membership anymore because I am moving. I'm like 10K steps a day. That's it. Easy. I have dogs that I have to walk 3 times a day. Just extend their walks a little longer, put on some extra layers, go out into the cold and fucking walk. And for the past 5 days, I've been walking 10K steps a day, and honestly, I feel more fit and I feel like having that simple commitment, it's just like clears up some mental stuff. It just, I don't have to think about like scheduling workouts or all of this. I'm like, I know that I love walking is good for me. 10K steps has never done me wrong ever in the past. So let's aim for 10K steps a day. Simple. Another simple routine that I am implementing, again, just re-implementing, is write for 2 pages in the morning. Just write. Doesn't have to be immediately first thing in the morning. I like to do it after I walk the dogs and when I'm having my coffee, is just write and not give a shit about like what I'm writing. Just write. And it's simple, and I could close my book, cross it off my list, and I feel a little clearer because I have that commitment. Instead of like, I don't know, I just feel like we complicate things so much now. Like I feel like because we have all this stimulation and so many products to choose from, and we have access to everybody's routines and what works for everybody, but it just comes down to how do I want to feel and what is like a simple step that can get me there. So maybe in the future I will go from just walking 10K steps to like walking 10K steps and going to the gym. I don't know, but right now walking 10K steps, fine for me. Maybe I'll go to like writing 5 pages in the morning. I used to do that a lot. I used to write so much in the morning. But now like I'm just in a weird place mentally, and 2 pages of just like brain dump, awesome. This morning I actually wrote a little more. Yesterday I wrote a whole ass essay, link below. But it opens the floodgates. Simple steps that are opening the floodgates. Another one, I'm just trying to drink a lot of water. It's like very simple things. And I feel like committing to these simple, tiny little things, these simple non-negotiables, will open the floodgates for bigger goals and bigger, bigger steps. Like, all right, I want to drink like at least 1 liter, 2 liters of water a day. So I'm just aiming for that, but eventually I'll probably be chugging. Like yesterday I had so much herbal tea, got a lot of water yesterday. And it's just going to like spiral. I do believe in things like habit stacking, and I read Atomic Habits. And I think all that stuff is great, but I think sometimes when we try to implement new things, we plan so far ahead, and that's why like it's almost March now. How many people are sticking to their New Year's resolutions? How many people? I don't know, but I think it's keeping like simple one step non-negotiables every day will naturally lead you to habit stacking and will naturally lead you to make better choices. And then you could build your goals from there. But keeping it simple has really helped me come out of this like weird sickness funk that I've been in. Even with like language learning, I'm constantly trying to pick back up on my Italian. I used to live in Italy and like had a pretty good Italian level. I was having conversations with people. I was in school it was mostly in Italian, partly in English, but it's really fallen off since I moved back to America 4 years ago now, because I haven't been practicing and there's not a lot of Italian people in my life immediately. But I always come back to Duolingo, which for a while I was anti-Duolingo, but literally just committing to that for 15 minutes a day jogs my mind. It really gets my mind working. And then like all of a sudden I'm like watching YouTube in Italian and I'm listening to Italian songs again and I'm speaking to myself in Italian. And it's because I have that like one moment of awareness. Same thing with meditation. I mean, a lot of people say like just start for 5 minutes a day with meditation, and it's true. You give yourself 5 minutes to just sit with yourself, and you could take that 5 minutes with you for the rest of your day. So yeah, keep it simple, you guys. Like literally just keep it simple. Non-attachment is always a great practice for any type of habits. Like do your thing and then move on. Like do your thing, drink your water, and then like go text your friend. Like it, just don't attach yourself to the results. I tell myself that when it's cold as fuck and I'm walking, I'm like, I'm going for a walk. The walk is going to be 45 minutes long. I put my headphones on, even though I feel like it's a little rude to the dogs to have my headphones on while I'm walking, but it gets me through the walk. They honestly probably don't care. And that's it. I go for my walk and I hit my steps and that's it. I move on with my day and I feel great. And as somebody who is a perfectionist and who can get really obsessive about like hitting certain markers and achieving goals and doing everything correctly, non-attachment is wonderful for that. I think I'm gonna make a video on non-attachment. Yeah, I think I want to talk about it, but maybe not yet. I think that there will be another time for that. Anyway, keep it simple. Keeping it simple will clear up space in your mind for things. And you also realize that you don't need all the extra bullshit. Like, keeping it simple, you're like, oh, I actually didn't need all of that, like, I don't know. One thing for me has been like skincare and beauty care, literally oils, my everything. Oils and eating well. I've recently discovered that I can't eat American gluten because it just, every time that I've taken a break from gluten, my skin has been perfect. And all of January, pretty much, I stopped eating gluten. And then like one night of having pasta, because I was going to a dinner party, wrecked me for 3 days and I'm recovering from it now. But it's like simplicity. I don't use any like creams. I don't use hyaluronic acid. I just believe in hydration, sunlight, oil, eating well, finding the foods that work for you. Some people, gluten works great for their skin. Congratulations, I'm jealous of you. But yeah, that's kind of it. Keep it simple. Practice non-attachment, you know. get well acquainted with change and know that things will change. But, you know, if you know how to keep it simple and build routines that carry you through change, also important. Yeah, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much for listening. I'm really excited to document my travels and my changes. I feel like once I start traveling and once I, you know, get acclimated in India, I'm going to be posting a lot more like documentary, not like documentary like the movie, but documentation of my life, just because I want it for myself and I think it could be interesting for people to watch. And a new environment always inspires my learning, and I always like just get so much new life out of traveling. So I'm excited to share it. And I'm really, honestly, really happy that I started just like posting like this on YouTube. It's a non-attachment thing. It's just simple. When I feel like chatting, I prop up my phone and I make a chat. As you can see, I kind of stopped editing everything unless it's like a little montage. I don't really care. I'm just having a nice time. And there's a lot of new people here. So hi. Yeah, I also write. Substack linked below. And that's about it. Keep it simple. Try things out. Practice non-attachment. And always get your sunlight for the day. Get your sunlight, drink your water. Say your prayers. All right. I will see you when I see you.